Hundreds of dead animals as rescue services struggle with volume of call-outs and impact of floods. Thousands of animals have died in the recent Queensland and New South Wales floods, with rescue services unable to make it to all calls for help due to flooded and debris-blocked roads. Key points: RSPCA, rescue services responding to hundreds of calls for animal help. Many services unable to assist livestock, directing calls to SES and councils. Livestock reported dead from Gympie to Lismore. To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. The RSPCA says it has received more than 620 rescue calls for animals impacted by the floods in the last week and is currently caring for hundreds. Animal sanctuaries and other wildlife rescue services across the southeast have been swamped with calls and have appealed to the public for funds, equipment and feed to help them with their response. Despite the RSPCA's best efforts to help as many animals as possible, the organization says a vast number haven't made it, eventually succumbing to injuries and exhaustion. Spokesperson Emma Lagoon said animal rescue teams have been left devastated by the loss. "We've responded to calls about wildlife and livestock that were impacted as well," she said. "It's been a really tough time. We only have animal ambulance vehicles, so we're governed by the roads and conditions. We're doing our best to get to every rescue call out, and hopefully when these waters recede we can get to more calls outs. We are seeing many animals that haven't made it." She said the service is currently caring for many kangaroo and wallaby joeys, possums, birds and koalas. "It's really impacting all types of animals," she said. "Lots of joeys have been swimming through floodwaters and they're just absolutely exhausted. But we are seeing some survivors, and our wildlife hospital is incredibly busy at the moment trying to help all the wildlife that we can. No resources for large animals." Ms. Lagoon says the service is having to redirect calls for help for livestock to the SES and local councils as it doesn't have facilities to assist larger animals. "We definitely need more resources to be able to help larger animals, but we have been getting many calls about them," she said. "We've heard of and seen some livestock that haven't made it." So far the rescue teams have been receiving lots of calls from Logan, Scenic Rim, Toowoomba Somerset, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast and Gympie Council areas, so pretty much everywhere. Livestock stranded, rescue centers inundated. Yesterday the team from Outback Spectacular on the Gold Coast undertook a rescue operation to relocate 23 horses stranded at a flooded property in Ballina, New South Wales. 8 stockmen and women, along with a helicopter team and equine vet, were flown to the area to wade the horses through waist-deep water to higher ground. Graziers from Gympie to Lismore have made hundreds of calls for help to relocate thousands of livestock, some washed away in the strong flood currents. Numerous dead livestock, including cows and sheep, were seen along the Gold Coast coastline earlier this week. Meanwhile, animal sanctuaries and wildlife rescue services on the Sunshine Coast, including Wildlife Rescue Sunshine Coast and Twinnies Pelican and Seabird Rescue, witnessed their entire properties flood twice this week, ruining much of their feed and equipment. Happily Heifer after co-founder Michelle Dranfield posted to social media saying 30 of their animals were also suffering health conditions and illnesses relating to the recent flooding. The Queensland Koala Society is urging the public to keep an eye out for displaced koalas or isolated joeys during flood cleanups, while Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary says it has seen a rush of patients in recent days. Ms. Lagoon wants anyone who notices an animal in need of assistance to call the RSPCA, a local rescue service or vet, as soon as possible. "And if you can help a small animal until help can arrive, that's a great option. To keep them warm and dry, a lot of these animals are cold and displaced and exhausted," she said.